Okay, so here's the real reason why you haven't hit 100K a month with your high ticket offer and what you can do to change it and finally scale to 100K a month. So I'm going to explain what you can do. So if you're stuck, by the way, at 30, 40, 50K a month, you can book a call with us at apexsaying.com. If you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep getting the same result. So we're going to look at changing what you're doing to get a new result. So number one is you don't have one offer worth scaling. Most businesses try to scale 3 or 4 offers at once. 100K a month focus wins. So you want to have a flagship offer. I know many businesses have multiple offers, but you want to have a flagship offer that you can really drive your focus into. You want to solve one painful problem that people are dealing with, and you want to target one single ideal client. And you want to simplify your positioning as well. And then you want to increase your perceived value. And by doing these things, you're going to increase your perceived value because you're going to seem like a specialist in this one thing. And then you're going to refine the delivery continuously. So before you try to successfully scale one offer to 100K, you want to before you try to scale multiple offers, you want to scale one offer. So don't scale multiple offers, just scale one machine and build one machine. The next point is your systems aren't built to scale. Growth exposes weak systems. If operations break at 30K, they're going to collapse at 100K. So you want to make sure your CRM is built correctly. You want to make sure you have a KPI dashboard, and you want to standardize the appointment setting scripts. This is a very important thing. If you don't standardize the appointment setting scripts and the SOPs, then when a setter comes into your business, they're not going to know what to do, right? Or a VA or anyone, right? It's like, imagine you get hired for a job, you go to the job and there's no computer, there's no papers, there's no document, there's nothing. You're not going to be able to do your job very well. It doesn't matter if you're the best salesman in the world. You need something to work with. So you need to make sure your SOPs and your scripts are all set up. So you want to set up automations where appropriate. So when it comes to email reminders, SMS reminders, manual phone call reminders, you need to make sure the automations are set up. So build reporting systems. You want to make sure that's in place. Not going to go too deep on that. Design every system around scaling one offer. So everything in your business, from the content to the ads, to the appointment setting, to the sales, is going to be based around one offer. So businesses don't hit 100K because of the hustle. They hit it because the machine is built. So this machine needs to be built. You don't have enough inbound demand. This is another problem. No matter how good your sales team is, they can't sell to people who don't exist. So grow your audience consistently. If you're just posting like a couple times a week, you need to make sure you're posting every day at least. Also generate profile visits. So by posting every day, you're going to get profile visits. Increase story engagement. So the more you post, the more engagement you're going to get on your story. Because the more you post, the more likely you are to go viral. Create demand before selling. Build trust before pitching. So you want to make sure through your videos you're educating people, you're building trust, you're showing transformations, you're building trust, and then you want to capture every interested lead. So every single person who likes and comments and follows you, you want to put them in your pipeline, okay, as a potential client. No leads equals no conversations equals no leads equals no conversations, and no conversations equals no revenue. So number 4 is you haven't built a content machine. So content shouldn't depend on inspiration. It should operate like a production. You want to publish consistently. You want to build one primary content channel. So for example, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. You want to repurpose into short form content. So if you make a YouTube video, you want to repurpose it into short form videos so you have lots of videos to post. You want to create clipping accounts, okay, depending on your niche, of all your best clips. You want to turn client wins into content. You want to produce educational content every single day. Build a content calendar months ahead. The businesses that dominate attention usually dominate revenue. So the more attention you have, the more money you're going to make. The less attention you have, the less money you're going to make. If you have 10 videos that all get 1 million views, you're going to get lots of clients. If you get no views, you're not going to have as many clients. You're still converting followers yourself. If you're still replying to DMs yourself, you've become the bottleneck. So stop treating DMs as an admin thing. Build an appointment setting system. Create qualification frameworks. Standardize the conversations. Build follow-up systems. Track every conversation and how it goes. And turn attention into book calls consistently. Followers don't become clients by themselves. The system makes that happen. This is the thing that we specialize in, building an appointment setting system. So you need to make sure that you have the qualification frameworks, the conversation scripts, the follow-up system, the reminders, the CRM system. Everything needs to be built out so that when you hire a setter or you do it yourself, they know exactly what they're doing. But first you need to do it yourself. You need to do it yourself, right? You need to figure out the DMs and all that stuff yourself, and then you can give it to someone else. If you don't have the time to do it yourself, we can build it for you. apexsetting.com. We build the appointment setting system, and then we manage it and operate it as well every single month. Next is you're trapped in the hiring loop. So most founders don't have a hiring problem. They have a recruitment system problem. So you want to stop hiring the first available VA. Interview dozens of setters. Build hiring scorecards. Train with a repeatable process. So every single time they're trained in the same way. Measure performance weekly. Replace quickly when needed. Always recruit before you need someone. So if you're stuck hiring, firing again, that's not scaling. You're just restarting it over and over again. So most founders are stuck hiring, firing, micromanaging, hiring, firing, micromanaging. So you need to make sure that you have the system built, the appointment setting system. And then once you've hired someone and you've spoken to 50 to 60 setters, so I should add here, you want to talk to 50 to 60 interviews, right? And then you decide who to hire. Many business owners talk to 3 or 4 people and then just make a hire. You can't do that. And that's why people come to us, because we interview hundreds of people basically every month. Number 7 is you're managing people instead of building departments. Most founders spend their day chasing their team instead of improving their business. So you want to build clear ownership. Who owns what department? So when it comes to appointment setting or sales or content, who owns each department? Document responsibilities. So whose responsibility is what? Create all accountability. So who's answering for what, work? Review KPIs every week. So as a business owner, you need to know what your KPIs are every week. You need to coach with data. So coach your setters, for example. You want to improve systems before blaming people. You want to build departments, not individual heroes. You're not trying to get one guy who's just, your whole business depends on him. You need a department. So the department scales. Constant micromanagement of one person doesn't scale. The next thing that's stopping you from hitting 100K a month is you're trying to automate too early. So automation is powerful, but only after you've mastered the process manually. Reply to comments personally. Speak to your audience daily. Understand objections firsthand. Refine your messaging manually yourself. Build relationships yourself. Improve the process before automating it. Stay close to the customer. Don't automate something you haven't perfected. Most of you guys are not replying to comments personally. You're just liking them, or you're giving some silly response. You're not communicating with people. You're not starting conversations. You're not doing any of this stuff. So you don't know what works and what doesn't work in the client conversion process. So you can't automate it until you've found out what works. The next thing that's stopping you from 100K a month is you're not competing aggressively enough. Most businesses simply are not producing enough activity to dominate their market. You need to post more frequently, publish across multiple platforms, reply to every meaningful comment, send proactive DMs to talk to people, follow up with people relentlessly, have a follow-up CRM, create more than your competitors do, increase your daily output. The market rewards the businesses people see the most. And if you're not doing anything, people are not going to see you. Number 10 is you're trying to be hands-off too soon. Everyone wants freedom, but freedom comes after building the machine, not before. Stay involved in the content, stay involved in hiring, stay involved in the messaging, review sales conversations, improve systems every week, know what your numbers are, keep both hands on the wheel until your business can genuinely run without you. You don't earn the right to become hands-off, you build it. You have to build a hands-off business. And the final thought is most businesses don't fail to reach 100K a month because they lack ambition. They fail because they never build a predictable client acquisition machine. They have inconsistent content, inconsistent lead flow, inconsistent appointment setting, inconsistent hiring, and inconsistent systems. So you need to fix the machine and the revenue will become more predictable. So if you need help building an acquisition system machine, at Apex Setting, we build and operate complete appointment setting departments for coaches, agencies, and high-ticket businesses. We recruit, we hire, we train, we manage your appointment setters to and build your CRM, build your scripts, build your SOPs and infrastructure, and help turn your audience into a qualified sales calls every single day. So if you want to book a call, it's on the website. Talk to you soon.